Welcome back to Funky Holiday Tree Part 2. Last time we were together, we made a series of shapes to create this tree. We made a border, we added patterns, and we definitely made our tree funky. This looks a little bit more zhuzh than your average tree. And when I say zhuzh, I mean extra. It's got a little extra stuff going on. So let's go ahead and we'll start coloring now. And you can use whatever colors that you want to. I'm using marker. You don't have to use the same colors that I'm using for mine. You don't even have to use marker. Crayon would look really good with this if you have crayon. Colored pencil would look good. Oil pastel would look good. You get to pick. And if you used a permanent marker, you could probably even paint this in. So let's get started. I have a couple different shades of green here, which I'm going to take advantage of. I love that there are 2 shades of green in my marker set. So I'm going to go in with one shade, my light green, and I'm going to fill in every other stripy section here with my zigzag. And I think I want to keep my tree somewhat green. So I'm going to go in here and go around my spirals too. These could be sort of decorations that are on my tree. Again, we are making a funky holiday tree, so if you don't want to make it green and you want to make it different shades of another color, do that. See what it looks like. Shades of pink and red might look nice together. I know in my marker set I have a couple different blues. So if you want to do some shades of blue, or even a rainbow tree, you can do that. I'm keeping mine all a similar shade because I know that for the rest of my tree I'm going to have a lot of color. So I don't want it to be too busy. I'm going to leave that heart red. This reminds me of the Grinch's heart with the green around it. Maybe that's what it'll be. Maybe a Grinch tree? All right, so I've got my light green. I'm going to go ahead in with my dark green next. And again, you can choose whatever colors you want. Wherever you see a black line, stop with that one color and pick up another color. So we want to have all of these sections that we've created last time we were together a different color. So I got my Grinch heart up here. And then, should I make these green? Maybe, why not? Let's see. I'll make these green. Why not? Red would look good too, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use a little red for my heart and then a little red for these little dots here too. So I'll color this in red, color these in red. Really, at this point, after we have our drawing done, this is just the fun part. We get to decide what we want to do for color, what colors will look good together. We can experiment, try something that you've never tried before, maybe even mixing some colors together. It is totally up to you. This is your project, and you are the boss. Got my star, and since I have a little rim around my star, what should I do for the rim around my tree? I think I'm kind of liking the idea of having a checkerboard pattern. So I'm going to go around my tree with just black, white. What do you think? I kind of like that. Maybe I'll do that for all of my sections. And as you see, it's not taking too much time. I'm just using a regular Crayola here, marker. If you have Sharpies and you're allowed to use those, you can use those. I like Crayola for coloring. It has this nice tip to it where if I turn it to the side, I can get a really wide line if I want. Or if I hold it straight up and down, I can get a really skinny line. What do you think of this checkerboard? I'm liking it. I really like it. This might be a good picture to stick on my fridge when I'm done. Or if you have an art wall. See this mistake I made over here? I'm just gonna color that in. Remember I did that? Sometimes mistakes are fine in art and you can work with them, you can work over them. Sometimes they can get you really upset and it will stop you from doing your work. Try not to let that happen. Anything in art can be fixable. And unlike other things, There is no right or wrong answer in art. Whatever you choose to do for your picture is the right thing. It's what looks good to you. You're the artist, so it's what matters to you. How much black should I put on there? I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Should I go ahead and do this too? Maybe, yep. I might do this part a little later. This is going to be a little bit time consuming. Well, actually not. Look at that. It's going pretty quickly. I'm liking my black and white border. Try this if you want to. Can you see that? I know my camera's a little too tight on this view for you to see. Yeah, that's not taking long at all. I'm turning my marker to the side so I'm getting a nice wide line. You can do that with this kind of marker. Sharpies or those Crayola markers that are the skinny ones, they'll take a little longer to color in. But it'll still be worth it and it'll still come out really good. It just sometimes the tools you use make things go a little faster. That's why I like these markers a lot. Okay, getting done. Now I gotta consider my background now. I'm pretty much done. I just have to figure out what I wanna do for my background. What should I do for my background? It could be blue. I'm gonna go with pink. I'm just really feeling like I wanna do some pink. So, yeah, I like this. I'm gonna go and color over the whole thing. And then, that way I don't have to go around each circle. It'll be a little bit quicker, but I have a plan. You can always color over a lighter color with a dark color, and it'll get covered up pretty well. You can't color over a dark color with a light color. That's just something that doesn't work. With markers anyway. Some kinds of paint you can do it. Just being really careful around my star here. Every other part, I can just, boom, I'm zipping through it. I'm trying to press nice and even, so I'm getting an even tone with my marker. If you drew this with a black water-based marker, such as Crayola, it will pull up a little bit. See right there? A little bit of that marker came out because I outlined my picture with Sharpie, but I didn't color in the inside with Sharpie, so I accidentally touched a little of the inside and it came out a little bit. So just be wary of that. Your colors will blend if you touch them to one another, especially a dark color next to a light color. Almost done with my background. And then you're gonna see what I do with those little dots. Looks like my marker's changing color, like it's running out of juice down here. All right, so I got that pink, love it. I'm gonna take a raspberry and I'm gonna go ahead and color in that looks red. I like it though. So it's not snow, it's funky snow for my funky holiday tree. And I could do a little bit more to this. I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. And there's so many other options. Maybe I will do the orange here down the center. Yeah, that's giving it a little brightness. Needs a little something bright. And I think I'm happy with my tree. I like it. What do you guys think? I can't wait to see yours. Remember, it's a funky tree. It doesn't have to look realistic. We've definitely given this sort of a Dr. Seuss look to it, right? It's not really a realistic looking tree. It's got sections and chunks and zigzags and swirls and dots. That's what I want to see from you. I want you to have fun with this. I want you to design your tree in such a way that it looks whimsical and fun and happy. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I can't wait to see what you come up with, and I'll see you next time we're together. Bye.